everyone. Welcome to the Insaka Talk Show. Happy Sunday, wherever you're watching us from. Morning, good afternoon, good evening. Like, subscribe. And I have a special guest today. And the topic for today is one day at a time. And when life doesn't follow the plan, what do you do? But before we get to this juicy, good conversation, let me introduce you to my sister here. Her name is Destiny Villafane. Ooh, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Welcome to the Insaka Talk Show. I think you've been here once, right?
No, I've
Long time
never.
ago.
We've always scheduled for me to do it, and the timing, and now we got it right today for y'all.
We got a right
Right.
time. I know, right? We got a
Yeah.
right time, and from here we're gonna go and eat.
Yes.
We're gonna go have some nice mimosa, whatever that's gonna be out there, and we're gonna
Yeah.
have a good time. But before we go there, we always talk about because we're ladies. And the Insaka Talk Show is family friendly, and it's a place where we just like you can talk about anything, and we want to talk about everything and anything
Mhm.
because we find ourselves talking for hours and hours. I don't know why you haven't been here, but I'm glad today is the first, and she'll be coming here all the time. She'll be our guest, so I hope you're gonna like her, and if you do, please like, subscribe. She also have a Facebook page and Instagram page and TikTok, where she
All
does
social media.
all social media because she does her hair. If you can see, she has a beautiful natural hair, and
Thank you.
yeah. So let's go back to this topic, and I'm gonna tell you where I got it from. I think you posted something a couple of days ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I was watching your TikTok, and then I saw something about when life you think life is gonna be this way, and now it's like that. You're just having fun on vacation, and then I was thinking about it, like sometimes we plan ourselves how we want our life to be, and because this is what the society tells us. So I'm gonna ask you, Destiny, how did you plan your life? Because sometimes people plan their life like I want to be do this when I'm this, when I'm this, when I'm this, when I'm this. So
Mhm.
how do you really like plan your life? How did you see yourself then? Not now, then.
Okay. Um. Honestly, so when I was really young,
Mhm.
I like my parents didn't graduate from not even well, my mom graduated from high school in like Puerto Rico, but like they didn't have any like further education with college or anything like that. So that was always and it was installed in me to get my education and follow that path. So that was my plan
So
growing up.
what inspired you? Like some people when they don't have parents who graduated or anything, they don't want to go to school.
Right.
What inspired you?
I would say my parents being not able to continue their education really inspired me to want to have that for myself. And everyone here in the U.S. to go to school or college here, you pay a lot of money to go to school, and then just for 6 years, and then you get this paper that says you graduated.
Mm.
But it means it's more than just like paper with words for me. It's just like I worked my butt off, working 2 jobs, put myself through school, and it's just like my hard work paid off. So it's just like for me, not my parents not being able to do that was the motivation for me to be like, I need to not do what my parents did. I learned from their mistakes, and I'm not gonna go down that path. It's just like you're breaking generational curses.
Judicial kisses. Give me five. See, children of God. Before we go further, she also come to our church. She goes to church. She prays. She believe in God. It took a while to understand what it was, but I'm so grateful and I'm so happy. Your journey is just so bright, and I think you understand to where it's gonna take you. And I don't have like I never forced that, but I used to say, "Just come to my church. Let's pray. Let's do this." But you know what? It takes time, and I think with everything else, I'm digressing. But with everything that you do, you have to be intentional. If you have friends that you love, you always have to share whatever that you are doing. And for me, with my God, I do share.
Yes, we do. She was very. She didn't. She wasn't annoying about it. There's people who are annoying about it. Winnie wasn't annoying about it. She would just. And then honestly, when I met Winnie, it just so happens that I entered a chapter in my life which was really one of the darkest points. And it's just interesting, and it's just like I wouldn't even say it's funny how God works, but it's just like it's God puts people in your life for a reason, and I feel like God put Winnie in my life to show me that there is like for me with God. I know we're kind of going off track a little bit, but I was thinking about it. It's just like I was not big into going to church. My parents didn't really go to church. I like my grandparents did, but they were big Catholic people. So it's like I grew up like knowing that religion.
Mhm.
It's just how
Mhm.
strict it was, and kind of how they do one thing, and I mean they say one thing, and I just would always see another.
Yeah.
I'll just say it that way. And I just didn't really like it. I don't like how strict it was, and I didn't like how people made it their personality. Like whatever you believe in, like there definitely is like a higher power, a God.
Mhm.
And I've always known that, but I just didn't like how people make it their personality. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, I know, like I have a lot of faith. I'm very like, there's always light at the end of the
I
tunnel
know.
type
Yeah.
of person.
Yeah.
But when Winnie was like, you should go to this church, and I've lived, was born and raised in New York City. I've always lived in New York City until my adulthood. But I was like, I've always was like, I would walk past the church, and I didn't realize like the impact that church had, and so many people that like I knew, even family members that go there that I didn't know until I went. And just like the feeling you get when, especially when you're going through a dark time, and it shouldn't have to take a dark time.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
To look
really,
for God.
Yes.
But honestly, I feel like it happens to a lot of us where we go through a lot of hardships.
It takes it back.
And we just need to be like, God, this is me. This is who I am.
I'm your child. That's it.
I will follow your way. And ever since then, I'm just like, you know what? It's God's plan. I'm just here.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now going back to where we're talking about, you going to school and breaking generational curse, and I like that because she speak on it, and they say speak on it because sometimes you don't know what's stopping you, but you can be the first one. You were the second one because your brother.
My brother was the first. My older, I have a sister. She was the first on my dad's side, but my brother was the first on like my mom.
Your mom's.
Yeah.
Your brother was first in your mom's generation.
Yeah.
Gosh, look at that. And then you.
And then I was the second one.
It's just amazing when we see like young people breaking generational curse, and it's real, guys. We should be knowing that it's very real. There's some protocols, there's some things you just have to like, you know what, I'm gonna be the first one. I'm gonna say like in my family, like there's so many barriers, there's so many generation cases. I am breaking, and I am breaking. I have broken some, but I am breaking. There's some things I'm like this. No, this I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy that you say that. And that's when we talked about a little bit of where we're going about God, because I'm gonna talk God. We're gonna talk God.
Yes.
So after that, you graduate. Now we come back to the life. Like, how did you see yourself? Because you're now 20. I'm not gonna say she's 20 plus.
I'm 29.
29. She's
29 years young.
29 years sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you're 29 years. How did you see yourself? Because everybody have plans, and that's the whole main topic. We have here one day at a time. When life doesn't follow a plan, what do you do? So from the time you graduate now, going to college.
Yeah. So I really thought I would like. So for me, I thought by the time I was 30, well, 29 now, that I would at least have a house.
Yes.
I wasn't always big on like, yeah, I'll have kids. I've always told myself I'm gonna explore. I'm gonna enjoy my 20s, and if God wants that for me, it will happen.
Yes.
I'm not saying I don't want kids, but that just wasn't in my forefront growing up. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna have a house by, I think it was like at 25. And then I pushed it back. I was like, let's be real. And then I was like, okay, I'll have a house by like 28. And for me as a little girl, I always loved farms.
Yes.
So horse is my favorite animal. So I'm like, I'm gonna have a horse, and her name's gonna be Debbie.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna have a lot of acres. And I'm gonna have my 2 dogs, French bulldogs. I love dogs. Wendy doesn't like dogs, but I love dogs. I love animals in general. And I will be married by 30.
Yes.
So now 29. I graduated college, so I cut off
one thing. Yes.
But I'm just like, I feel like society, especially for women, puts pressure on us.
Yeah.
Specifically when it comes down to marriage and kids, just like, all right, there's a time frame for you guys, and you guys need to like get to it. And for me, it's just like, and there's so many women now that like they just, they have this plan, and that's why God's like, it laughs at your plans. It's just like, it doesn't always go by. Like, you can have plans, but for me, I was always a planner my whole life.
Yeah.
And then when I got into my 20s and entering my late 20s, I was just like, wow, like,
where did time go?
Where's the time? Like, what happened?
What happened?
I blinked, and it's just like, I don't even know.
But the good thing about it, we all have the same thing. I think I did dream the same way. Like, oh, by this time I'm gonna be able to do this time. By 22, I'm gonna do this. So for me, my plans were like, because I came here when I was like 19 and younger. So I was like, by 23, my first goal is to get my mom a house, which is I did. By 23, I got my mom a house. By 25, I got myself a nice car, which was this Nissan Xterra. It was nice at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I got it new, so I can say that. So like by 20, like this is the thing, right? There was so many things I wanted to go, but I was like, by 28, they should be done. I should be graduated. But I have a lot of responsibility back home.
Yeah.
So for me, instead of going to school, it was like, okay, first now my goal was to take care of everybody else before me. And that's one thing, like I know no matter what, I'm gonna have to get one day that graduation, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing that's remaining, I think, for me.
For you.
But I have done like I was like, this I'm gonna do this I'm gonna by the time I'm gonna get this age, I'll be done. So I was like 29, the baby, and of course I was married before it did not work. And I'm here again, like I knew like God, I never thought this will happen.
Yeah.
But now when I look back, I am so glad that everything that happened. Because I wasn't gonna meet the right people that I have met now. I don't think my kids would have been the kids that I have now. I don't think I would have had everything that I wanted if I really did that first. So I think God's plan is always His plan, but
It's confusing and it's frustrating.
it is.
It gets like I get pissed off. I'm just like, but like, why?
Like,
But
why
like,
me?
what's going on? It's just like, all right, God, hold on. Let's have a conversation because I'm like, there's like, it's funny. There's a thing, God, like you're one of God's strongest shoulders.
Yes.
And I'm like, I don't.
No, right now,
Don't put me on that list. Don't put me on that list at the moment because I can't. And that's how I felt like majority of, I would say like my 20s. I'm just like, because I was into a business that I did for a long time and I was young. I got into, I don't want to get into it, but I was in
I think one day we should come back and talk about that.
Oh,
business.
yes, for sure.
Yeah.
But I was young and I got into a lot of different things. I've always been very ambitious. So for myself, just like money always was my main goal because, I came from a struggling background, like struggling family, like my dad has a very hustle mentality. So I kind of got that from him in a good way. So it's just like I never been lazy, and I kind of grew up fast.
Yeah.
I think that's why we hit it off really good because I've always been the youngest in like my friends group or like same age.
Yeah.
But like I've always had great conversations with people older than me. So it's just like it's from when I was young. Like I remember walking randomly shopping. And then I would just like start talking to like old women and be like, I love your hair. And like it would just go from there.
Because you got your own soul.
Yeah.
That's sweet. Yeah.
And I remember like when I was 18 and I was like, you know what? By the time I turn 28, I'm going to have everything I thought and dreamed of. And that just was not.
It did not.
The case.
But guess what? You're still beautiful. You still look awesome. You are you. And keep on enjoying yourself. When it's got timing, it's going to be the right time. And it's the best time.
Yes.
Because everything that we do, when we're doing what we're doing, like when we're helping God, God doesn't need help from us.
We need help from Him.
We need help from Him. So it's timing, it's fine. So if when your life doesn't follow your plans, just keep your head up and just keep on pushing and wait for His time. At the moment while you're waiting for His time, keep on doing what you're supposed to be doing. Don't give up.
Yes.
I think that's what it throws us. That's why it makes us so mad and feel like horrible and looking into our friends because my friend had it. We don't know what they've been through.
Yeah.
Like I said, like I have most of my friends. The things that I did is when they're doing it now.
Yeah.
So the things that I didn't do, that's when I'm gonna start doing it now. So it's life is like it's a roller coaster. It's like a ball.
It is. It is like a hamster wheel.
Yeah.
Even if like you're down and out, it just keeps going.
It keeps
doesn't
going.
stop.
It doesn't stop for anyone. So we have to keep our head up and knowing that no matter what, no matter the circumstance, no matter the decision, you have to know that God's time is the best time.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna go back to because I know we jumped up and we said everything else. So now since you're like 29, in the next couple of years? Do you have any plans, or you're just gonna let it flow?
I've always got plans. I always
I'm
got
planning.
plans.
I'm planning. I'm planning. I was
But
got
I think now I'm more. I just had to like stop being in control.
Yep. Yep.
And honestly let God.
Oh, did you say that?
I did say that.
Stop. Hey, Jesus. She said it. She's done because I know her.
Because I'm very like a controlling. I'm not a controlling person in a bad way, but I want like when I plan something
hands-on.
out, I'm very hands on. Like I want things to go according to the plan, like I mentioned before. So I would say for the next couple of years, I know for sure that because I feel like when you grew up here, we're sold this American dream that's a lie.
Yes.
Like you gotta have the dream job, you gotta have the dream house, and you gotta have this marriage that everyone wants, everyone looks up to, and you just gotta have kids by a certain age because as a woman, you know, we have a cutoff time and da 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 da. And I'm just like, that's not true. Like, where do you travel? Where do you actually enjoy your partner?
When do you
get to know
when you
your
do
partner?
date? Yes.
When do you date your partner?
So everything's a boom, 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 boom. Yep.
So society makes it seem like it needs to happen in this order, and there's no order in life.
There's no order in life.
But that's what we're told.
Like I was reading I think I sent you some. I was reading in some American Dream. So it says you graduate by 25, dream job by 26, getting married by 30. By 35, you have 2 children, a boy and a girl. Really? Like, please leave us alone.
I mean, maybe with AI, that's more possible now. People are creating like, all right, I'll have 2 swim girls, I'll have 2 swim boys. Like, it's
no, like we can't be telling God this is what I want.
But that's true. Like I that's what I was told. Like you need to have a secure job. Like for a long time, even
that's important. Yeah, to secure a job.
Yes.
And then when you say that, right, I think one of the time I go to church, the pastor was saying about the same thing about the dream job because our bishop is very cool. It's very, very cool. He goes like, yes, you need to go to school and you need to be able to have a skill if you can go to school, so you can be able to sustain yourself. But if you sit down and trying to push into American dream, you're gonna lose yourself. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're a man, you find yourself like he was working on a Wall Street. You find yourself making so much money and buy a bigger house, but you're never home.
You don't enjoy it.
You don't even enjoy it. You don't even enjoy your partner that you guys made with passion and love and planned all those things. You don't enjoy it because guess what? Every minute you are in the meeting, you have no time to go home. If we look at Amazon.
Oh, Amazon, yeah, Jeff Bezos.
Mm-hmm. Look how much money he has, and he just divorced his wife because guess what? He's so busy working. She got tired. She was like, let me just go find a man who just like maybe a fisherman or something. Because we are all looking for that connection, that love. But again, at the same time, we're looking for having a stable life whereby you're stable, you have everything else. But it's hard because everybody wants to climb up. But when you get there, then what? Like for me and myself and my partner, our goal is we want to be at the place where we are comfortable, where we are stable, where our kids are good. Our kids can go to college. Like we just want to be comfortable. I don't want to be like rich. Yes, I want to be successful. I want to be successful in my everything I'm doing with my partner, my children, and my friend zone. I want to be able to be successful in everywhere. That's my success. My success is not being filthy rich money, and then I'm gonna be lonely. I don't want to do that. So our goal is we're gonna make sure we climb this much, and then we are able to just, if I can go to the store, like let me say, if I can go get my Mercedes Benz without nobody telling me how much it is, it's fine.
Yeah, that's fun. You know, I say happiness and like wellness as well, being taking care of yourself.
Yeah,
that's always been, I would say, going into like my late 20s, like it's something I took way more seriously. Because what's the point of having all the money if you can't enjoy it?
Yeah.
If you're physically ill, if you're always in the hospital, if you have like all these different things going on with you. It's just like, why didn't you take care of it? Because your body's your temple. You should always take care of it.
Mhm.
And for me, it's just like, that's when I know, like, I'm rich in life, when I'm
You have everything
truly
surrounding.
happy,
Yes.
happiness, and I feel healthy, and I'm healthy and happy.
It's funny, in my country they say there's a song that they say that I'm gonna try to say it in English, but I can't sing it. She's gonna laugh at me. They said like God love the poor people, and then because the poor people, they're able to give with their heart and soul.
Okay.
So I'll give you the proverbs. So there was a it's in the Bible. There was a widow. She only had quarters, and she went and gave it offering. Everybody was giving so much money, the rich people, but when that woman gave out those little quarters,
Yeah.
God saw her and He heard her cry.
Mm.
But if you look at it, right, she went to church and give it all. This is what she had.
Okay, from her heart.
It's not about the richness. It's not about the money. It's about your heart.
Your heart, yeah.
And then, well, that's why we forget. And this is why we say when life doesn't follow its plan, let's just start giving ourselves our heart. Because you don't know, well, you're climbing up high to get to the top, you might die. So you won't even get to the top. So in the moments we're trying to push up, let's find success.
Yes, always.
Let's be happy. Even if it doesn't go our way, of course, I want to be able to drive my big car. I'm not going to mention it, but that's my dream car. Of course, I want
They
it.
had the same dream car.
Oh yeah,
a
I
Range
know.
Rover.
Yes, the Range Rover. Why?
Yeah, I'll never forget when I first saw that. And I used to have it print, like
I have
printed
it
out,
I have
but now I have it on my phone because
Good.
everything's on
Yeah.
the phone.
Mhm.
But like I have like a dream board.
Yeah.
We'll call it. Where it's just like you just
Vision board.
check
Yeah,
off
check out
vision
stuff.
board, vision board. Yeah, so you would just check off whatever you accomplished, and I feel like it's so important to have that because you're visualizing.
It does.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like you want to be able to, as you're climbing up, trying to get to your success, just be able to live in the moment and appreciate what God is giving us because somebody did not wake up today.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So while we're trying to say, "Oh God, my plan did not work," it's okay. You got it, and God is in control. Keep on praying and keep on believing that one day it's gonna happen. And sometimes it may not happen to you. It can happen to your children. It can happen to your loved ones.
Yeah.
So as we're doing this while we're waiting, keep on praying for everybody else. But that's just what life is. So we were here just to have this conversation because we feel like the society is really labeling young women, trying to tell them, "Oh, go get married," and then you go marry a wrong person.
Yeah, and then you live in unhealthy marriage and an unhappy life. And what's the point?
It's a point.
What's the point of
I don't
doing
want it.
No, I don't want that. So I'm just like, you know what? I'll do it when God's timing.
It's gonna be into control, and it's gonna deliver it to you.
Yes.
So we were here today, Miss Me and Destiny, just having this chit chat. I hope you guys are enjoying. Please like, subscribe, and follow us in all the pages. Destiny, we're not gonna stay here for more than 25 minutes. People don't have time nowadays. So I just want to go recap. What do you want to give our audience before we leave? Like a little recap.
Like what we were talking about. Like my last words.
Yeah, like your last word.
I would say, well, my final thoughts. I shouldn't say last words. My final thoughts is, don't feel pressured by anyone or society. Don't go crazy. Like the internet will drive someone up the wall. Just follow your dreams, follow your heart, and there is always light at the end of the tunnel.
What the Destiny? Who is this girl?
I know. I should write a book. I was like,
no. Like this is what means growth.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
just being in your own skin, in your own, like, this is me owning it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that about you. And I mean, I've seen you from the time you were this to this. I have seen so much growth, and God bless you. And
when he met me when I was turning 23. I was 22. I was young. Yeah.
Yeah. So she was very young. So I'm so happy to see you growing. I think it's what about growth and growing it comes, and when it comes, you become mature about it, you become wise about it,
Yeah.
and nothing should be bothering you at this point. I'm so happy that you're growing to be this perfect woman.
Perfectly imperfect.
Perfect, yeah, that's a perfect and perfect, yeah.
Yes.
Because
Oh, and then have great people around you.
oh yeah, have a great support system.
Yes.
Because then you'll go miss out if you don't have that.
Yes. Yes.
Well, it's for us, from me and Destin today. We just came and stopped by, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any question, if you wanted to come back, she'll be back with something that happened that she did. She was involved in this business, and I didn't do well with mentally and
Yeah, mentally affect me.
mentally
So,
affect.
yeah, it was a lot.
So she'll come back, and we're gonna talk about it. But for now, we just want to talk about this whereby take life one day at a time. When life doesn't follow the plan, just believe that God is in control. Your time is going to come. Stop going on social media. You want to look like this person, you want to do this thing that they're doing. It's okay. Your time is going to come. Just keep on praying. We love you.
Amen.
Bye.